there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's that this is not the gut. Today, on our tour of your body from the perspective of your microscopic residents, we're making our way to the stomach, the sort of acidic hellscape of the body. One of my pet peeves is when people show a picture of the stomach when they're talking about the gut microbiome. These environments just could not be any more different. Your stomach is kind of like an alien planet with acidic seas, or even like an evil villain lair with a vat of acid the heroes are dangled above in their moment of peril. Your entire body is basically pH neutral or even slightly basic in some places, and so many of your other body microbes do not survive long in the stomach. The stomach is not completely devoid of microscopic life though. Some of your mouth microbes are able to somewhat tolerate it for a little while, but they don't tend to pass on to the rest of the GI tract. There's also the infamous H. pylori, a bacterium that thrives in the acidic environment of the stomach and is linked to both stomach ulcers and even stomach cancer. In a somewhat self-destructive way, it's able to increase the pH of the stomach, which allows some of your other gnarlier mouth microbes to survive a bit longer than usual, which is part of the pathogenesis of these diseases. In fact, part of the treatment for stomach ulcers nowadays is trying to get rid of H. pylori before it can make too many changes to its environment. Additionally, some of the microbes from your food are kind of like James Bond in that they're able to climb over the acid, or more accurately, just tolerate being in it for a little while, and then they can make their way from your stomach to the small intestine and beyond. Some examples of these are lactobacilli you find in things like kefir and yogurt, which are slightly acidic as well. And that's part of the reason why they're often chosen to be the main component of probiotics. Whether or not that's exactly what we want into a major component of our gut is a topic for another video, I'm sure, but that's the reason why you tend to see them in those products. Another way that microorganisms can survive this hellscape is by ejecting miniature versions of themselves called spores, which are really hardy and resistant to things like acid. And then when they get to a safe environment, they're able to essentially reactivate into their full version of themselves and then reproduce from there. So now you know, the stomach is an incredibly tough place to live as a microbe, hence why it doesn't have anywhere near the amount of diversity that we'll see in some of the other body sites that I'm going to talk about in this series. As my final thing to you, remember,